What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I was scrolling through Reddit, as you do, and I came across this meme, which pill do you take? And I very impulsively said to myself, I have to take this seriously for a YouTube video. I have to see which pill is the best pill out of all these choices. There are a million choices. I'm like, there's way too many choices. I'm not gonna be able to decide. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I could really just mark these out. I mean, which one is the best definitive pill? Now, obviously, it's gonna be it's gonna depend on who you are. But I want to let's see what kind of person I am. Which pill am I gonna take here? I gotta know. Let's just go through each one individually, and I'll mark it out if it's like obviously no, I'm not taking that. Like if it's something bad, and then we can go through and see which ones actually I want to take seriously. So first one is grass points towards you. What is that gonna get me? That's not gonna get me nothing. No, I don't care about grass points. Next pill, okay? Change your skin color instantly anytime. It's not completely useless, so I'm gonna table that, but I don't see what use is that to me. Get $3,141,592.65. Now see, that's actually pretty sensible. All right, next pill is urinate gasoline. You know what? Actually, that's not, in this economy, that's actually not the worst idea. Actually, that's actually kind of a lit idea. I can lie. Get 9,876 calories of cheese daily. Appears next to you. That's a lot of cheese. I mean, you can do a lot. You can do a lot with that much cheese. I mean, I don't know. Calories. Cheese is pretty caloric. So 9,800 calories in cheese might not be as much as you might think, but whatever. Kill any one person of your choosing. Killing is wrong. Next pill. Hear any plant talk by looking at them. They're thirsty. Okay, well, first of all, that's a completely useless pill because plants can't think, therefore can't talk. But yeah, if you look at a plant, that's probably what they would say. That is completely useless. The only scenario you want to get that pill is if you're playing Plants vs. Zombies. That's pretty much it. Even then, no, it's completely useless. All right, make bell sounds at your will. Just carry a bell. Or call Drake Bell. Tell or ask one thing from your pet. They fully understand and will remember. That's actually not horrible. Well, I mean, you could be curious what your pet's thinking. You're not gonna get a very good answer because they're dogs, so they don't think very well. But you know, that's not horrible. Painkiller. I mean, you know, who doesn't like relieving pain? Fair enough. Control all TVs in fast food places. Now, the whole point of a fast food place is to be in and out. And in order to control TV, you'd have to go in. Best thing you could do from this is maybe make a career of doing pranks on YouTube. But I mean, it's not useless, I guess. So whatever. Tastes good. Now, it doesn't say how good. It said taste amazing. Maybe I'd go for it, but no. Collapse civilization. I don't think that I want to do that. You know, it's probably not the best idea. Now this one's yellow, so it's gonna be hard to read. I don't even know if I can read that. I'm gonna have to pull this image up on my phone and actually see what this is because I have no idea. I'll come back to that one. Teleport to the closest beach at any time. I live in Oklahoma. That wouldn't really be fun. I don't even like the beach anyway. Turds are silver, same texture as your normal poo. Okay, well, that again is, I could put this into the category of maybe make a career on YouTube doing pranks. Even then that's kind of messed up. I'm gonna say no. What is this one? Summon a Dr. Pepper every 4.5 hours anywhere. Now, I'm gonna table that one because it's not completely useless. And when we get back to it, I'm gonna explain why. Immune to cancer. That one's not bad. It actually has some innate value. You know, cancer's bad. You get a shoebox with anything that can fit inside delivered to you, anything real. Now, is this talking about one time or is it infinite? I'd assume it's one time. Honestly, we're gonna table that one. Obviously, that one has real potential. Change amount of fingers at any time via I don't know. That one's not very specific. I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because if I've learned anything from taking wishes from genies, there's always a negative side effect, and I just feel it with that pill that there's gonna be a negative side effect that you do not see coming. No thank you. Another one I cannot read because it's too hard to see. Both nostrils always work. Okay, so that's nice if you're sick. I get sick twice a year at tops, so don't see the greatness in that one, so we're gonna mark that one off. Strawberry flavor. More of a chocolate vanilla kind of person. Take two pills random. Now this one, that's that's if you like gambling, I guess. Free fiberglass powder at any time. Okay, sure, but what do you use it for? I feel like some people could use some evil for that. I don't see myself using that anytime soon. I'm gonna just mark it out now. Duplicate anything you own once. That's good. Anything you own though, so it can't be a person. So we'll table that one. We'll table that one. So like you can plant like grapes, but they grow like very well. I prefer my grapes from the store. Thank you very much. Get to Groundhog Day for a full year, one-time use. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna come back to it though, because there is one flaw. There's one flaw with that pill. So I'm gonna come back to it and address that when we get to it. +3 on all charm rolls. What's a charm roll? Charm rolls are 5-inch fabric squares that have been printed in a long strip of 88 squares. What? Okay, so it's just cloth. I don't sew or anything. That seems kind of pointless to me, so we're just gonna move on. Immune to venom. Okay. Magician. Also YouTube. So it has more innate value than the other pills that I talked about. So that means we can probably go back and get rid of the controlling the TVs in fast food places, and yeah, I don't remember what the other one is, so just bear with me. This is really small for me, guys, so I'm sorry. Okay, next one. Chocolate has all the vitamins and minerals you need to live. I'm not the biggest chocolate fan, but that seems like it could actually be very useful. I'll put a pin in that. Your left pocket of what you are wearing is constantly full of coarse sand. Now, this is one of those joke pills. Why would you want that? No, that's completely useless. And actually, it goes out of the way to inconvenience you. So no. Read minds. You only see the raw electric signal data and not translated words. Okay, well, I'm not a brain surgeon or a biologist, so I'm gonna pass on that. You can eat wood. I guess if you want to be a beaver, put a pin in that. Control a single millimeter of water. We'll get back to that, actually. I have an idea for that one. We'll get back to this. Provis E. Wimbledon visits you. Who the heck is that? All right, well, I looked it up and I couldn't find anyone. I think this is just a joke pill, so moving on. Get the answer to any question, single use. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Invisible to 10 seconds each day. That's got some practical uses. 10 seconds is a lot of time though, so whatever you're gonna do, you better do it quick. So, I mean, all right, it's just limited invisibility, so fair enough. Marine life cannot harm you. I'm just gonna say no. I don't like the ocean anyway, so. Immunity to COVID-19. I'd rather have immunity to cancer. So just marking it off. Control body temperature, completely useless. Well, not completely useless, almost completely useless. What would you gain from that? You can't, no, it's almost completely useless, no. Gain 5 months experience in anything you want. Gain 5 months experience in anything you want. We're gonna mark this one off because if we get the Groundhog Day for a full year, then you can just do whatever you want plus an extra 7 months to do it. Completely useless. All right, so we marked up all of the ones that obviously that are like completely useless or I would never take. Well, not never, but compared to the other ones, they're, you know, nothing. Real quick before I move on to the second round, let me check what the yellow and the light green one are, because I cannot read it. Okay, so I had to get my phone because I cannot read it on my computer for whatever reason. So it says, this yellow one says, all Mountain Dew is free at stores for you. I don't drink soda, so no thank you. And the green one says, you get 10% more sleep per sleep. What does that even mean? Does that mean you can sleep for like 6 hours and you can get slightly above 6 hours worth of sleep? Is that what it's trying to say? I think that's what it's trying to say. That's not very much time. I'd rather just do the Groundhog Day. So I'm gonna fix that X. That was pathetic. We're gonna mark that one off. Okay, next round. These ones I'm actually going to take seriously. I've never used this tool before, so I don't know how to change the colors. We're gonna change to red. Now this means I'm gonna X, the things that I X out with red means there are other pills that are very obviously directly better than others. So let's go ahead and get started. Change your skin color instantly anytime. I would rather get the money. Change your skin color anytime. I would rather take the money. No, thank you. Get that 3.1 million. Hold on. Urinate gasoline. So here's the thing. I love the smell of gasoline. Hold on, before you judge. I love the smell of gasoline. And gasoline is expensive. That is the only benefits. I don't know. I don't think that you can even get half as much value out of free gas as you would with the 3.1 million. And even if you did, you'd have to drink a crud ton of water every single day. I'm gonna put up enough pin that make it past the second round, but only barely. Okay. Get this much calories worth of cheese. It's not. I mean, I'm just gonna say no. Cheese isn't super healthy for you. I don't see what the point of that, so we're just move on. Tell or ask one thing from your pet they fully understand and will remember. I'm gonna say no because, like I said, they have a very limited understanding. You're not going to get a whole lot of communication there. The only way I'd see that you being useful is if dogs were as smart as humans, which they are very obviously not. So gonna go ahead and pass on that one. Painkiller. I'd rather take the money. I'd rather take the money. I mean, pretty straightforward. Okay. Summon a Dr. Pepper every 14.5 hours anywhere. Now, what are the uses for that? You could, like, let's say you're watching TV and you, or the news or something, you teleport it there. Like, people believe magic is real. That'd be kind of funny. That would actually be kind of hilarious. You could teleport or Dr. Pepper into like a third world country, help some random person out, assuming that, you knew where to do that, I guess. Soda's not very healthy though. It probably has some very niche use, like, oh, places here to save a falling bridge, but how are you gonna know when that's happening or where exactly when it's happening? So there's probably, if you guys could think of a really cool use for this in the comments, I'm sure you could think of a cool one, but if you could think of a really good practical use for this one, let me know in the comments, but I'm going to be marking off as it seems rather useless. Immune to cancer, that's a good one. You can't die from cancer. It's pretty straightforward. Maybe you could not even take the pill and you could let scientists study it. Now, it's a huge gamble if you believe the whole government thing, but honestly, it's worth a shot. I think that's worth a shot. I think that is a really good contender. We're gonna leave that there. We're gonna leave that there. You get a shoebox with anything that can fit inside delivered to you. Anything real. Meaning, I guess it can only be a real thing. Either it means that it can only be a thing that's real, or it can be anything made real. I think it means the former. So we're going to be a little bit more harsh with our judgments on this one. What's something that could fit in a shoebox? That's really important. That could help maybe like improve humanity in any way. Now, does it have to be one thing in the shoebox, or can it be multiple things that fit inside the shoebox? Because you can kind of get a, you can kind of create a loophole here. saying, oh, I want the shoebox to be full of the $3 million pill. But get the answer to any question. You can ask for a shoebox full of that. Isn't that kinda, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna table this one because it's kind of paradoxical. But I'll probably ultimately end up addressing it as if it's not paradoxical. So we're gonna leave that for now. Next is take 2 pills random. Well, this one's pretty easy. What's the worst case scenario? Collapse of civilization and the shorts full of sand. I would not want to risk either of those. I wouldn't want to risk either of those happening to me. I don't want to have a small chance of collapsing civilization. So I'm just gonna pass on that one. Duplicate anything you own once. What do I own that is so valuable I want another one? I don't know. Probably nothing, to be honest. I don't own anything that's worth billions or millions of dollars. And I don't, except for maybe my life. Do I own myself? Now that's a really good philosophical question. Does one own themselves? I honestly, well, it's weird because I feel like your parents own you up until you're 18, right? Because they name you. You can name your property. It would be weird to name something that wasn't your property, right? So I feel like you are not your own property until you turn 18. Legally, in America anyway. I'm not speaking for any other countries. In America, I'm gonna be judging these based off of where I live, which is America. All right? No, so you don't own yourself at least until 18. But do you own yourself after you turn 18? That's a good philosophical question. I'm not super smart, so that's a hard decision. But let's look at this realistically. Even if you could duplicate, even if I could duplicate myself, what point does that have being? What is the point of that? So no, I would not do that. So is there anything else that I would want to duplicate? Do I own anything in me? Do I own my brain? Does my brain count as my property? Does my heart count as my property? Because that could save a life. If I duplicate my heart transplant, would it duplicate my body? No, that's something to consider. If it does, then no, I would obviously not do that. I would just die. It would be a stupid wish. I don't think there's a single thing on this planet Earth that I own that is more valuable than a life. So I'm going to mark it off. Next one, get to Groundhog Day for a full year. Yes, that's moving on to the next round. We'll get to that when we get to that. Immune to venom. It seems kind of niche. It's, I mean, cool, but like, it's not relatively better. It's pretty rare to die from being poisoned. I know, I don't want to get into stupid comments. Poison and venom's not the same thing. Next is chocolate has all the vitamins and minerals you need to live. Now this sounds great on paper, but it only means you by yourself, me alone. Only I can get the nutrients and vitamins I need from chocolate. Chocolate is very highly caloric. You wouldn't be able to eat a lot of it. I'm gonna say no. I don't care. Next one, you can eat wood. I'd rather just eat food. It tastes better. There's a reason wood doesn't taste good. It's because you're not meant to eat it. Beavers excluded. I don't actually know if they eat wood. That's probably a myth, but whatever. Control a single millimeter of water. Okay, let me control a single millimeter of water in your mouth. That would be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, because saliva is mostly just water, pretty much. I mean, that would be really funny. What could you do with the millimeter of water? You could prank people. That's good for YouTube pranks, okay. We'd be good on AGT. People would be like, whoa, how is he doing that? But ultimately wouldn't be that physically impressive, I guess. To just the naked eye, I guess. To a scientist, yeah, that's impossible, but no, I'm gonna say no because it's a almost useless superpower, and science could use it to experiment on me, and I don't want that. So next one, get the answer to any question. Holy mama, what of the most tempting pills to take? This could pretty much just be like the Matrix pill, I guess, if you want, or it can replace both of the Matrix pills. There's an infinite amount of possibilities with this one. Knowing something for certain is a really powerful tool. The only problem is not everyone will believe you. Just because you know something that's true doesn't mean people will believe that you know that. So it's only really useful for yourself, for your heart, for your soul, for your brain. But ultimately, when we die, any questions that we will want to have the answer to, we will. So I'm going to mark it off. No, I think I'm good, actually. I know it's kind of surprising, but there's not a single question I could think of that is going to be important to me in this lifetime. So moving on. Invisible to 10 seconds each day. Okay, we gotta analyze this. What is the most useful? How useful is this tool? You could do evil with it, obviously. 10 seconds isn't a lot of time. You could be a magician. You could be, like I said, you could go HET, but there's also the small chance that you get experimented on. That would not be fun. I mean, what are the actual practical uses for this? A lot of people say invisibility is really one of the best superpowers you can ever get, but has anyone ever stopped and thought to themselves, what is the actual use of invisibility? Robbing banks? Well, that's not moral. Why would you do that? Other than that, what's the point? I mean, a magic trick, maybe? You could be a street performer? If you guys have any ideas of how useful this pill would be, let me know in the comments. I think I'm gonna have to mark it off. I don't see the use in it. But there, we have eliminated pretty much every pill except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pills. We have 5 pills left. We're down to the top 5. Let's find out what we want. First one. I don't really want to urinate gasoline. I'm good. Money is really good for me. I'm gonna circle that. I like money. Who doesn't like money? I mean, you need it to survive. Yes, please. I'll take it. Next pill. Cure to cancer. Well, no, it's not cure to cancer, but has potential to be the cure for cancer. I'm gonna have to, I don't know. Because if you look at this pill, get a shoebox with anything that can fit inside delivery tube. If I said, oh, I want the cure for cancer in this, the cure for cancer may not necessarily fit in a shoebox. And we haven't even found the cure for cancer, so there's the very smallest slight possibility that it doesn't exist, which is really sad to think about. But if you think about it, it's a real possibility and I have to consider it. So what's something that is small and real that could save at least 2 lives? Because that's what we're gonna think about here. The immunity cancer pill has potential to save millions of lives. Shoebox, I mean, maybe it has potential to save millions of lives. I don't know. And also anything that's not very specific. Does it mean things that used to exist but don't anymore, you can get those back? Or does it mean things that only exist to this day? That's a tough question. I don't know. This pill's not very specific on that. So you could just take your chances. But even then, what's something from the past that you could take that would ultimately be of everyone's benefit? Well, what's one thing that everybody on this planet Earth wants? World peace. That doesn't fit in the shoebox. That can't be taken from the past. Maybe it could, but that's not really a thing. So how is it gonna fit in something? You know? So I'm guessing no concepts. It has to be a physical thing. What else do people want? No death. Could you ask for a shoebox full of pills that let you never die? That's not real. So I don't see what the fun of that is. Again, there is the loophole of we have the shoebox full of any other pill. Like, for example, can I say, fill the shoebox with the $3 million pill, or fill the shoebox with the cure to cancer? Now, that could be good, because if you're wanting to help cure cancer, and for some reason it's not duplicatable, then you'll only have that specific amount. You can get a pretty good amount of cure for cancer in that box. Ultimately though, as harsh as it sounds, I feel like you can maybe potentially do more value with that $3 million, donating it, than just however many cure for cancer pills can fit in a shoebox. For example, like 40,000. The question is, I know that's kind of a random number, but I really don't know how many pills can fit in a shoebox. Could that $3.1 million do more good? Can it save more lives than that box full of cancer? Could it do that? I don't know. I don't know. It could help out a lot of third world countries. It really could. Well, here's the thing. I don't think the pill, get the shoebox full of immune to cancer pills would work. You know why? Because this is the theoretical thing. The immune to cancer pill could never be real. And therefore, you might not get a bunch of cures to cancer. You know what I mean? Anything that can fit in a shoebox. Do you guys think you could fit more than $3 million in a shoebox? Maybe if there were hundreds? I don't think so, though. I think $3 million is a lot of money. There's no way it's fitting in a shoebox. Maybe you could get something that is more valuable than $3 million. What if you got Queen Elizabeth's crown? Or what if you got just some random rare artifact that's just worth way more than $3 million? Honestly, that's a good point. We're gonna mark the $3 million off. We're gonna stick around with this shoebox one. I think that's a really good prospect here. It's a really good prospect. All right, we're down to 3 pills. Immune to cancer. Shoebox with anything that can fit inside delivered to you. And get to Groundhog Day for a full year. A full year's a long time if you take advantage of it, obviously. Now here's the proposal. Here's the reason why this might be kind of tricky. Do you age during the Groundhog Day? Do you age? Now, maybe, but I don't think you would, and here's why. Since it's the same day over and over again, but you get to keep your memories. If you cut off your arm, for example, the next day it's the same day, so you're gonna have your arm back. So I would say no, that you don't actually age a whole entire year while it's going on. So you just get a free year to do whatever you want. And you could even stay up all day, so you can get even more time. Never have to sleep for almost a year straight. That's pretty awesome. That's it. Now, there's so much good you can do in 1 year. You can study medicine, you can become a doctor. You can just pretty much just learn or get really good at something really specific. Yeah, it might not be the most fun or interesting year of your life, but holy cow, you're gonna be an awesome person once you come out of that. Let's simplify this here. There's pretty much 3 different concepts here. Immune to cancer, potential to save millions of lives. Shoebox thing, potential to get millions if not billions of dollars. Groundhog Day, potential to have knowledge. Now, according to scholars, knowledge is more valuable than money. So I think it's safe to say that we can mark off the shoebox. I don't see how, I mean, maybe it could help people with those millions and billions of dollars. I don't know. Tough one. But what's something, okay, is there realistically something that you can learn during Groundhog Day that could save millions of lives? What's one thing I can learn that could save millions of lives potentially? I don't know. Here's the thing about the Groundhog Day is you're not gonna be able to discover anything. Well, you are, but it's gonna be of your own accord. You're gonna have to make your own resources. And with that perspective, a year's not a lot of time. A year to like figure something out or learn something that doesn't exist yet or whatever. Surely we would have figured it out by now, right? So I don't honestly know what I could learn that could save millions of lives. Potentially anyway. So with that being said, I think we have a winner. So that means our winner is going to be a cure for cancer. Now I'll go a little bit more into depth as to why I picked this. Funnily enough, this is almost exactly in the middle. If it wasn't an uneven number of rows, this actually would have been exactly in the middle. Now, why do I choose the cure for cancer? It has potential to save millions of lives. If we could somehow get this pill that gives you immunity to cancer, we could find a way. We can find out how it was made, and we could duplicate it, and we could save millions of lives. And we can maybe even turn it into vaccines and save every person from cancer. Nobody would die from cancer. That is potentials of this. The only con is that maybe it's irreduplicable, if that's the right word that I'm looking for. But honestly, I really do think that would be a risk worth taking. I really do. But yep, so there we have it, folks. I went through every single one of these pills to find out which one is the best. And in my opinion, I'm gonna have to go with the cure for cancer. Now, technically, if you look at the 2 random pills, if you get the best possible luck, then technically that choice could be better, but it also could be way, 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 way worse. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what pill you guys would pick, and I will see you guys in the next one.